Listen, I know it is difficult for you to accept it right now, but if you don't do anything about your weight, the fat around your belly is going to kill you, the doctor said to Jessica. Everyone in the room, including Jessica, was shocked to hear the news. Mommy, are you going to die? I don't want to lose you. Please. Feeling worried and scared, Jessica's daughter fell onto the ground and burst into tears. What happened next has led to one of the biggest breakthroughs in the history of weight loss. A breakthrough that has helped Jessica to lose 13 pounds of weight effortlessly in the beginning, a whopping 37 pounds in the next few months, and helped to manage her existing health problems. A breakthrough that has helped 9,985 regular women and men of all ages to shed their dangerous deep belly fats, without ever laying a finger on any fat-burning pills, extreme diets, and silly infomercial exercise equipment, without spending hours in the gym, without all the hassles of counting calories. A weight loss breakthrough that has nothing to do with your metabolism rate, nothing to do with what time you eat, and unbelievably, nothing to do with how much you eat. So if you're sick and tired of hearing how some magic pills will miraculously melt away your belly fat, or if you're frustrated that nothing has ever worked for you to lose weight, then I'm here to tell you that you can, starting today. Following a simple and relaxing 5 minutes weight loss trick. However, I need you to watch this presentation as soon as possible because it contains critical information never revealed before to the public. And because once you learn about this simple weight loss solution that I'm going to share with you today, you will never have to spend a single dollar on weight loss products ever again. Listen, those big pharmaceutical companies are profiting billions of dollars every year from selling expensive pills and supplements to normal folks like you. So why would they want you to know about this easy and all-natural weight loss solution when they can continue to sell you their products for the next 30 years? So please, for your own good, I urge you to watch this video while you still have the chance, because there are no guarantees that it will be here tomorrow. Now, put any plans you have on hold for just a few minutes. And be sure to pay close attention to this video until the very end, because in as little as a few weeks from now, you could be standing in front of the mirror feeling overjoyed for the first time for achieving the dream body you've always wanted. Seeing the disbelief look on your doctor's face when he realizes the amount of weight you've lost in just 2 weeks. And getting compliments from your friends and family when they see how incredible you look. Sounds too good to be true? Well, that's exactly what other 9,985 men and women thought too before they started implementing this little-known 5-minute weight loss trick. People like Kelly Morrison, who posted this on Facebook. In just a few months, I've lost 20 pounds, down from 154 to 134 pounds, and my husband has lost 50 pounds, down from 220 pounds to 170 pounds. We highly recommend this 5-minute weight loss trick. It's super easy to follow, and the best part is, even if you don't exercise, you should be able to lose weight. And Charlie Smith, who wrote in to say, I've tried losing weight over the years, lost some and gained it back every time. But not for this system, because in just a few short months, it has already helped me lose 50 pounds, and it's making me feel so much healthier. This system is working better than any other diet program I've ever tried. Not only do I feel lighter now, but I also have more energy to do the things I truly love. Thank you, Edward, for introducing me to this amazing weight loss solution. And then there's Sarah Harris, who sent me this. Dear Edward, I'm writing this email to express my gratitude towards your system. Because for the first time in my life, I don't have to worry about losing weight, exercising, or late-night sugar cravings. Can you believe it? I'm over the moon now. My weight used to make me unhappy all the time and made me look so much older than my age. Now, after implementing the 5-minute belly burner system, I feel like I'm in control of my life. And the awesome thing is, I need to buy some new pants as the current ones are getting looser. I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I guess by now you're probably wondering, what is this secret 5-minute weight loss method, and how you too can start using it to shave off stubborn belly fat? Well, don't worry, because I'm going to reveal everything to you in just a moment. And I'll also be showing you the medical studies that have been conducted to prove why this 5-minute weight loss trick is so effective in melting away fats. But first, allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Edward Strand, and I'm Jessica's brother. And I was in that hospital ward on December 16th when the doctor told my sister that she only had 6 months to get rid of her belly fats or she would lose her life. When I heard that, I couldn't believe that this could actually happen to her. You see, my sister Jessica had always enjoyed a healthy, slim figure since she was young. She was always the sporty one at home while I was a lazy couch potato watching TV sitcoms. It wasn't until she gave birth to her daughter Cindy that things started to change. Her pounds started to add up. Her belly became noticeably larger. And before she knew it, her old shirts and pants could no longer fit her. The most frustrating part was that no matter how hard she tried, Jessica couldn't seem to lose any weight, especially the layers of fat around her waistline. For 3 months, she hit the gym for 3 to 4 hours every single day. She also spent thousands of dollars on programs such as Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, and other well-known weight loss programs on the internet. On top of that, she had also changed her diet drastically by eating only salads for every meal and religiously counting calories to ensure calorie deficits. After all the efforts Jessica had put in, not only did she fail to lose any weight, she started putting on more pounds than before. Nothing seemed to be working, and Jessica totally gave up hope. She gave in to the fact that she was destined to be fat and ugly. To make matters worse, her marriage of 15 years was crumbling right before her own eyes. Her sex drive diminished. Her husband, Dylan, had become colder and more distant towards her. Then, on this fateful day, Dylan told her it was over and that he wanted a divorce. "When I first met you, you were such a beautiful young lady. But now, you have put on so much weight, you are no longer the woman I fell in love with. I'm sorry." Look, there was nothing more damaging to a woman's ego as hearing from her husband that her body was too flawed to be sexually appealing. Jessica begged Dylan to stay, but Dylan was done with her. After Dylan left, Jessica started having depression and eating disorder. She would eat to distract herself from the pain she was feeling. Every night, right after dinner, she would take a big pack of Doritos and started munching on them. Sometimes she would stuff herself with so much food that she started puking profusely. Things went on like this until the unthinkable happened. One day, Jessica was out grocery shopping, and suddenly she felt a searing pain in her chest. She collapsed onto her knees and was gasping for breath. Thankfully, there was a kind passerby who called the ambulance immediately and rushed her to the emergency department. After performing a series of tests and MRI scans, the doctor revealed that Jessica's belly was surrounded by dangerous visceral fats that could lead to heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and a range of other chronic illnesses. "And there's one thing I am sure of," the doctor continued. "What's that?" Jessica asked, desperately praying for some good news. "Look," he said, "if you don't do anything about your weight, the visceral fat around your organs is going to kill you. And based on your condition, you must lose at least 30 pounds within the next 6 months, or else your life might be in danger." After the doctor left, Jessica looked down in silence. As she blinked, tears dripped down from her eye and slid down her cheeks. She bit her lip tightly in an attempt to hide any sound that wanted to escape from her mouth. My heart sank. "Edward, you know that I've spent years trying to lose weight, and nothing has ever worked. I'm such a failure. I've failed to be a good wife and a good mother. If I have to continue living my life like this, I might as well die now." Those words pierced my heart like broken glass. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was at that moment that I made a promise to myself. I have to find a way to help Jessica lose her weight and save her life. It was a race against time if I want to save my sister from a lifetime of misery and pain. For weeks, I scoured the internet and read hundreds and hundreds of journals published by top well-known doctors and nutritionists. However, a lot of information on weight loss methods tend to contradict each other. For example, there are sources recommending that the ketogenic diet as the perfect solution for weight loss. But the more I researched about the ketogenic diet, the more I realized that it can do more harm than good to the body. In fact, it can lead to increased cholesterol levels and heart diseases. There were also countless articles on the same old advice of eating less and exercising more. I felt like there was no way out, Just when I was about to give up, I stumbled upon an ancient secret that eventually changed Jessica's life. It was a normal Saturday afternoon like any other. I was on my work desk researching on new weight loss methods when I came across an article regarding a small island in the southern part of Japan called Okinawa. According to that article, the locals living there have been found to have low rates of heart disease, stroke, cancer, and diabetes. Not only that, they also have one of the lowest obesity rates in the world. This was amazing news, so I decided to dig deeper. Within hours, I found an article on the legendary place hidden in the deep forest of Okinawa called Higashi. The inhabitants living there are among the healthiest people on Earth, and what I discovered next will shock you. You see, according to the article, as soon as the Higashi inhabitants experience any weight-related diseases, such as belly fat gain or even diabetes and hypertensions, all they have to do is apply a 5-minute weight loss trick, and within days, the fat cells will start to shrink and the inhabitants are back to their fit and slim figures. This was something that modern science couldn't explain. To be honest, the whole story sounded crazy. I mean, could a century-old Japanese legend really be the solution to Jessica's weight problems? I had to find out. So the next day, I booked the earliest flight to Okinawa. Disregarding all the advice from my friends and family who thought that I had gone insane, I found myself lost in a foreign island thousands of miles away from home. The Higashi village is located in the remote area of Okinawa Island. In order to get there, I had to trek through steep hills and deep forest. The summer heat and thick brushes made it hard to navigate my way through the deep forest. After 3 days of non-stop walking, I was totally lost. The scorching heat licked at my sunburned face and sweat trickled down my back like warm soup. By the time I went another mile, I didn't think I could take another step. There was no end in sight. I was exhausted, dehydrated, and on the verge of giving up. As night was soon to arrive, the forest began to be devoured into the darkness. Fear started to creep in, and I thought to myself, maybe this really isn't the best option. What should I do now? Am I going to die here? Suddenly, like a miracle, I saw a small wooden hut at the end of the narrow trail. Without hesitation, I ran towards the hut and knocked on the door. An old Japanese lady opened the door and said, "Young man, are you looking for someone?" "You can speak English! Thank God! I'm looking for the Higashi village, but I've lost my way. Could you please allow me to stay over for one night, please?" I was desperate, knowing this was my only hope. The old lady smiled and gladly opened the door to let me in. As I sat down on the chair, she passed me a cup of brown tea. "Have a drink, young man. You must be exhausted. Let me get you some food." I accepted the tea and took a sip. The tea tasted great with a savory aroma of roasted beans. It was so revitalizing that I could feel my entire body gaining strength afterwards. The old lady sat down beside me. She smiled and said, "My name is Shizuka, and I have been living in Higashi village for my whole life. My husband was a U.S. veteran who served during the Second World War. That is why I'm able to speak English. It's rare to see a foreigner in our village. What are you here for, young man?" "Hold on! You mean this is Higashi village? I've been looking for this place for so long." I jumped out of the chair and looked at her with my eyes wide open, trying hard to control my excitement. "Shizuka, I'm here to look for the legendary Okinawa weight loss secret. Can you please tell me?" Upon hearing that, Shizuka immediately stood up and went to close the windows. "Listen, young man, the truth is, people outside this village aren't supposed to know about this. It's our sacred treasure," she whispered. I shared with her that my sister had been struggling with weight loss problems, and she was still lying in the hospital bed, waiting for me to bring the secret back to save her. Shizuka looked troubled. She turned her head away and said, "Only people who belong to the Higashi tribe are allowed to know the secret. So, please, don't ask me anything regarding the weight loss legend again. Have a good rest, young man." I lied back down on my bed and stared into the blank space. I was so close to knowing the secret. What else could I do? Does this mean that I have to go back empty-handed, I thought? All at once, the feeling of sadness and disappointment overwhelmed me. The next morning, I left the hut to look for other villages to help. As I walked past the rice field, what I saw next shocked me. There were a group of young men working in the rice field. All of them were strong and well-built. None of them looked tired. As I looked closer, I realized that each and every one of them has a red mark branded on their back that resembles a sun. It didn't take me long to realize that the mark was to signify them as part of the tribe. It was then when everything clicked. Look, if I want to know the ancient secret, I had to be part of the tribe, and the only way to do so was to have the red mark on me, just like everyone else in this village. It sounded weird and even a little bit dangerous. But deep down, I knew this might be the only chance for me to save my sister. To save her from those dangerous weight-related diseases such as type 2 diabetes and hypertension, from those expensive medication and pills, and from her endless weight loss struggles. I went back to the wooden hut to look for Shizuka. Please, Shizuka, I know the only way to obtain the ancient secret is to be part of the tribe. Tell me, how can I get the red mark on my back, please? Shizuka knew that I would not leave the village without getting the ancient secret, so she finally nodded her head. Only our village chief, Koji-sama, can grant you the permission to be part of the tribe. I can bring you to see him. When we arrived at Koji-sama's place, I started knocking on his door. Nothing. Then I knocked a little harder. Finally, I started banging the door, shouting and pleading for Koji-sama to open up. I stood there begging for the next 8 hours under the hot sun, without drinking a drop of water. By then, all the villagers had surrounded me, trying to persuade me to give up. But I knew I could not give up. Suddenly, the door creaked open. A tall old man appeared. He motioned me in and shut the door behind us. In the living room, Shizuka was there. She invited me to sit down and explained my situation to Koji-sama. Koji-sama frowned and shook his head. From his expression, I could tell that he was not willing to let me be part of the tribe. Please, Koji-sama, my sister is going to die if she doesn't get her weight in control. I really need to save her. I beg of you. I kneeled down before him and requested to obtain the red mark of the burning sun. Koji-sama was stunned for a moment. Finally, he placed his hand on my shoulder and said, "Young man, the ritual is going to be very painful, and it's not for the faint-hearted. Are you sure you want to do this?" I clenched my fist tight and nodded my head. That very night, everybody in the village gathered to conduct the ritual. A few men were around the altar preparing the hot coals. As the sun went down, the fire became bright and vivid. They added more woods and started poking it with long sticks. The flames leaped high, and its crackling could be heard from several hundred yards away. The light cast by the flames shone across the dark trunks of the trees, twisting and curling in obscure shapes. "I'm ready," I said, as Koji-sama lifted the branding iron off the piles of hot coals. My heart was racing so fast, I couldn't even breathe. When Koji-sama pressed the iron firmly on my back, I screamed in pain as a flash of severe pain accelerated above anything I could imagine. After what I felt like forever, the intensity finally leveled off. Once the wound was cooled, everyone kneeled down on the floor and bowed 3 times towards the altar. "Good job, young man. You're now part of the Higashi tribe. Here is the answer you've been searching for." Shizuka poured me a cup of brown tea and passed it to me. It smelled and tasted exactly the same as the one I drank the day before. "Drink this every day, and your sister will be able to lose weight," Shizuka continued, as she passed me a piece of paper. To my surprise, it was the recipe along with instructions. Koji-sama then proceeded to take out a book bound in red leather, cracked and dry with age. The pages within are filled with handwritten notes. "There is one condition for our miracle tea to work," Shizuka said. "One has to follow the practices as stated in this book, as it will help to align your mind and body in preparation. The balance is essential for optimal health." Over the next few weeks, as I waited for the red mark on my back to heal, Koji-sama shared with me the Higashi ritual practices and their ancient transformation system. There was so much I learned about the human body and mind that wasn't taught in Western medicine. What the weight loss experts and gurus are telling us aren't even true. In fact, all the so-called health foods advertised in the media are the exact reason why we can't lose weight, no matter how hard we tried. Once I was back in America, I rushed to the grocery store to pick up all the ingredients stated in the recipe and prepared the tea by following the exact instructions Shizuka shared with me. When Jessica saw the tea, she was hesitant. "Edward, are you sure about this? How could this tea help me lose weight so easily when everything I've tried in the past didn't work?" After much persuasion, she finally agreed to try it. Day 1 passed, and we hardly noticed anything different. Then day 2 and 3 went by, and there was still no improvement. My initial excitement and expectation began to wane. I started to seriously doubt everything I'd been told and whether I'd made a huge mistake. Had I been foolish enough to think that a cup of tea could actually melt away all the stubborn belly fat? Well, no, because on day 5, something incredible happened. Jessica said she felt lighter. She was sleeping better. Her skin looked more radiant, and her mood was better than it had been in years. I was worried that these results would be temporary, just like any diet, so I told Jessica to try it for a few more weeks. But guess what? I was blown away by the incredible changes in Jessica's body in the next 3 weeks. Her limbs were noticeably slimmer. Most importantly, there was a drastic reduction in her belly fat. She easily looked 10 years younger. And on the 7th week of drinking the tea, she had lost a whopping 21 pounds. 2 months later, Jessica had shed a total of 42 pounds, and she was right down to her ideal weight. For the first time in years, Jessica had a flat belly. Now, I was most impressed with what happened when she went back to the doctor for her follow-up medical checkup, because the doctor literally couldn't believe his eyes when he saw Jessica. He revealed that he had never seen such a dramatic drop in weight and was initially worried that the sudden weight loss might have affected Jessica's health, until he saw the test results. They were extraordinary. Her cholesterol and blood sugar levels had fallen dramatically that she no longer had to take any medication to control them. We were overjoyed. After seeing how Jessica had experienced such dramatic results, I realized I had to get this weight loss breakthrough into the hands of as many people as possible. Even though I swore my loyalty to Village Chief Koji-sama, my conscience tells me that it wasn't morally right for me to keep the secret only for ourselves, when there are literally hundreds of millions of people out there suffering because of their weight loss problems and desperately looking for a solution. So, I finally accepted that my only real option was to share this breakthrough to the public. Using the recipe and Higashi practices that Koji-sama shared, I organized the weight loss system in a way that is easy to follow and anyone can understand it. It's a system that anyone who is watching this video can start using in just a few minutes from now. You can do so when you're relaxing at home or working in your office or on your phone, tablet, or computer. It's the culmination of years of in-depth research and study. It's the reason why the people in Higashi Village are able to stay away from obesity and live beyond 100 years old. As soon as I started sharing this system to all of my friends who were tired of failing their diet plans, they were able to save themselves from all the weight loss struggles permanently. The weight loss success stories just kept growing and growing and growing. Hundreds of men and women each day were dropping pounds quicker than anyone had ever seen before, rejuvenating their health and restoring their energy levels back to where they were in their mid-20s. And luckily for you, you'll be able to experience it for yourself. Introducing the 5-Minute Belly Burner, a natural, safe, and scientifically proven system that is designed for anyone who is struggling with weight loss. This simple, easy-to-follow system, inspired by the fat-incinerating diet from the Higashi tribe, contains the exact same program that has enabled Jessica to shed a whopping 58 pounds. Not to mention lowering her blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels all at the same time. And not to mention the 9,985 others who have tried it and experienced amazing weight loss transformations in just weeks. And I want you to have the chance to achieve the same life-changing results for yourself. So, let me show you exactly what you're going to get. First, you will get the secret recipe for the fat-incinerating brown tea, the exact recipe created by the Higashi inhabitants that have been passed down from generations to generations. Inside the system, you will also discover everything you need to know about the people in Higashi, their diet, and their lifestyle, which have made them virtually immune to obesity. You will discover why fitness experts can't, won't, and never be able to help you get rid of stubborn belly, but will instead make you gain more weight. And also show you the clinical studies behind this system and why this 5-minute weight loss trick is the only proven way to prevent, stop, and burn belly fat. But that's not even the best part. Because here's what I would like you to achieve with the 5-minute belly burner. 1. Trim down your belly, butt, and thighs. 2. Gain the ability to melt away any stubborn belly fat without exhausting yourself with endless gym sessions or starving yourself with restrictive diets. 3. Watch yourself getting skinnier in front of the mirror when it feels like you haven't changed a thing. 4. Enjoy the fact that your doctor is finally taking you seriously and no longer blaming every health problem on your extra weight. 5. Restore your youthful energy so you can quit worrying that you're wasting your life. 6. And you'll be able to keep all your weight off for good without any calorie counting, strict dieting, or expensive supplements. And just imagine for a moment, how would that feel? Imagine the feeling you get when the extra weight starts falling off and you can finally fit into the jeans you haven't worn in years. Imagine no longer feeling unwanted, unloved, and unattractive anymore. And imagine experiencing reduced risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and adding years to your life expectancy as a result. So this will also mean you're able to spend quality time with your children, watch them grow up, get married, and have kids of their own. Listen, thousands of men and women just like you are transforming their health and lives as I speak, thanks to the 5-minute belly burner system. In fact, those men and women who have had the success with this program would be the first to admit that they're not unique or special in any way. They're just regular people who have been lied to by the big pharmaceutical companies and have instead followed a simple system that has been proven to work. Period. So the next question you're probably asking is this: how much is 5-minute belly burner? Well, before I answer that, I want to make it clear that you shouldn't be thinking of this as a cost at all. This is an investment in your long-term health, which is the most important investment you could ever make. I'm talking about getting rid of dangerous visceral fat and transforming every aspect of your health so you can get back to enjoying life again without the worry, cost, and inconvenience of being overweight. In contrast, the decision to walk away and save money today will not only cost you your health, but in many years of your life, it will cost you tens of thousands of dollars too. Remember, a home delivery weight loss meal like Nutrisystem can cost as much as $300 a month. And we're not even talking about the price of all the other stuff you may already be buying to try and keep your body working right. That can easily go into thousands of dollars each month. And all that money you spent on clothes that sit in your closet because you can't fit in them any longer. Wouldn't you love to start wearing them again? So, with all that in mind, I think it's pretty clear that even if I charge $597 for this tested and proven weight loss system that actually works, you're still getting a huge bargain. But here's really good news. You see, the last thing I want is for price to be a factor in your decision. In fact, making money was literally the last thing on my mind when I set out on this journey, because I know what it's like to struggle with fat. Trust me, I've seen how my sister struggled with her overweight problem for years. No matter what type of workout program she tried, no matter what type of food she ate, she still couldn't get rid of all her unwanted pounds. I also had seen how her belly fat had led to life-threatening diseases such as type 2 diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and even stroke. That's why, for today only, I'm going to offer you a whopping 85% discount when you invest in 5-minute belly burner today. And all you need to do right now is to click on the button below to proceed. But wait, I'm not finished yet. Like I mentioned earlier, I want you to achieve the best result as quickly as possible. So, to reward you for being a fast action taker, here's what I will do. After you get your access to 5-minute belly burner, I'm also going to pass to you 3 special bonuses that will help you start losing your belly fat at rapid speed. Bonus number 1, 5-minute belly burner success tracker. This is one extremely easy to use weight loss software, which will guarantee you never fall off track for the rest of your weight loss journey. This success tracker also cheers you on with positive messages when you hit milestones, such as losing 5 pounds in a week, kind of a personal diet coach on demand. This tracker has a retail price of $299, but you get it for free today when you order. Bonus number 2, 5-minute belly burner fat melting recipes worth $97. This bonus comes complete with mouth-watering and easy-to-prepare recipes, complete with all the ingredients and directions you need to get all these foods into as many of your meals as possible. These are recipes that all members personally use to get rid of stubborn belly fat, and they are easy to follow, and best of all, taste great. I'm sure you will love it. Bonus number 3. 5 healthy foods to avoid. In this free bonus, you'll discover the 5 most dangerous healthy foods that are being heavily advertised right now. These are foods that many people think will help fat loss, but the truth is they actually hold you back. This report is not available for sale at any price, but it's yours free when you order 5-minute belly burner today. And finally, I've saved the best for last, because I'm going to give you my delicious and easy-to-make 5-minute belly burner smoothies recipes. I've included this additional guide because I completely understand how busy and stressful life can be, and not all of us can fit in 3 meals a day. So, if you're pushed for time, you can still give your body exactly what it needs with quick, easy-to-prepare, and great-tasting smoothies packed full of fat-busting ingredients. Plus, you'll also discover a unique Fat Flush fruit juice drink to detox your body and wash away all the energy-sucking, fat-storing toxins that have built up in your body after decades of unhealthy eating. People normally pay me $97 to get this exclusive recipe book because of their proven benefits, but you can get this today for free too. So right now, let's add all this up just so you can see for yourself what a great deal you're actually getting. The bonuses carried a combined value of $500, but they're yours absolutely free when you invest in the 5-minute belly burner system today. And you're getting it all for the small one-time fee you see below, which is just a few pennies per day to a natural, effortless weight loss. In fact, that's less than what you'd normally spend on a cup of coffee. It costs basically nothing, yet it can give you everything in return. I'm talking about a return to full health and vitality, not to mention tens of thousands of dollars saved from dangerous pills, useless diets, and expensive gym memberships. All you need to do is click the button below right now and get instant access to this system. And if you're thinking that all this sounds too good to be true and can't possibly work as well as I've said, then I don't blame you at all. After all, I'm sure this isn't the first website you've landed on that promised to help you lose weight. I get that. However, I'm confident this system will give you what you need to finally get the slim body you deserve. My sister Jessica had already tested and proven it with her transformation, and it also has worked for each and everyone who has used it. But even so, I want to eliminate all worry for you by letting you use this entire system at my own expense. So, I'm backing the 5-minute belly burner system with a 100% lose weight guarantee. Put everything to the test right from the comfort of your own home with zero risk. And if you don't agree that this program is everything I've promised you and more, just send us an email and I'll send you back every penny you paid. Absolutely no questions asked. That means I'm taking all the risk, not you. And I'm fine with that. I'm confident my 5-minute belly burner will be life-changing and something you don't want to part with. Remember, you've seen how easily my members are dropping 20, 30, and even 40 pounds of fat without extreme diets, without giving up on their favorite foods, and definitely without hours of strenuous exercise. Anything we've done, you can do it too. All you need to do is follow the exact steps I laid out in the 5-minute belly burner system. So right now is decision time. And the way I see it, you only have 2 options. Option 1, you can ignore everything I've just said. Close your eyes to the truth and continue doing what you've been doing. You look down every morning and see your belly getting a little larger every day. You can carry on trying diets that don't work, diets that leave you constantly hungry. Or you can choose to try a 100% safe and natural system that is responsible for helping over 9,985 men and women burn belly fat and shed life-changing amounts of weight without the trouble of calorie counting, without depriving yourself from any of your food cravings, without undergoing strenuous exercise. So, if you truly want to start taking control of your own body, Act now by clicking the button below. Think about how good you'll feel in just a matter of weeks. You see, once you start implementing the 5-minute belly burner system, you'll probably notice it working in the first few days. Most people do. You'll notice that you feel more energetic and that you no longer crave unhealthy food anymore. No more feeling like your body is fighting against you. You can wear what you want again. You can have the body shape you want. And you can stop worrying about all the weight-related diseases that are killing millions of Americans today. Now, these changes are exciting, but what's really satisfying is when you see how other people react to the changes in you. You'll start getting comments like, "Wow, you look so lean and healthy." But they won't just stop there, because your friends might even ask you what you're doing differently. By now, I'm sure you have already realized the benefits you'll be enjoying with the 5-minute belly burner. So for the sake of your health, well-being, and happiness, and for the sake of your loved ones, act now by clicking the Get Access button below. Remember, once you leave this page, I'm willing to bet you won't find anything even close to the health benefits you'll find inside the 5-minute belly burner. And the truth is, you're just one click away from getting the body you truly deserve. This is your chance to make it happen. All you need to do is click on the button below, and I look forward to hearing your success story very soon. Still here? If you're still watching, I bet that you have some questions. And that's okay. Here are the most common questions I get and the answers to help you out. Is it safe to use this special brown tea to lose weight? Yes, it's perfectly safe. All the ingredients are combined so they optimize your ability to let go of fat cells that your body's hanging on to. I'd recommend you drink the tea every day for the first month. How long should I take it before seeing noticeable results? Most people begin to notice results within 4 to 8 days. However, those results will continue to get stronger the longer you take it. We suggest at least 60 days. This will give your body enough time to experience the full effects of the system. How long will this system remain on the internet? I would like to leave it on as long as possible, but I'm already getting pressure from big players in the weight loss industry to take this video down immediately. If you are ready to change your life quickly, you should act right now while you still can. I am ready to change my life forever by losing weight, getting rid of my chronic illnesses, and restoring my energy. What should I do? Just click the order button below, get the complete 5-minute belly burner system, and be protected by a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. You have nothing to lose, and you have the opportunity to restore your entire life and your happiness just by giving it a try. Click the order button below to activate and get started now.